Hey everybody, welcome to Zandrein's Golf Academy. As always, you're very welcome to the channel. Thanks for having a look at the video today. Quick advertisement break before we start. If you're new to the channel, you're not a subscriber, could you consider clicking on that subscribe button down the bottom? And if you like the video, give it a little thumbs up. Thank you very much for that. Now, this is all new for me. I have never done any reviews or talked really about PXG golf equipment. Primarily because I'm not a stockist or a fitter for PXG. I've never owned one myself, just never really had the opportunity. Anyway, a friend of mine called Charles, who comes to the academy for lessons and supports me buying equipment and things like that, rang me up, sent me an email actually, and said, I've just bought a PXG driver. We're in lockdown still. I bring it down to the academy, leave it with you for a little while. Do you want to do a review on it? I said, yeah, brilliant. So he did that, dropped it off a couple of days ago. I'll tell you the story about this driver. It's the PXG 0811XF. So this model here, the Gen 2. We'll tell you a little bit about the spec on it in a moment. And I said to Charlie, I said, you know, where'd you get it from? What'd you pay for it? He bought it direct from PXG Golf. And he picked this up. They're obviously on closeout because new models coming along. He picked this up for £250. I'll put the conversion rate of dollars into that. So £250 for this driver, brand new. And he got the tip on it. He got the heads up on it watching a YouTube channel, which I watch now and again, which I think is very good, called SAS Golf. And I'm pretty sure it's Simon who does the channel content on that. And at the moment he's kind of specializing a lot on buying and selling clubs and where to pick up bargains, and the tip was on one of his videos that PXG was selling this model at £250. So Charlie went and bought one, and very kindly he's brought it in for me to have a go with. So I thought I'd give it a hit, tell you a little bit about it. I'm not sure if it's still available to buy. I've noticed that they're on places like eBay and stuff like that, and market second-hand sellers, but they're up at about £299. But anyway, give you a little bit about it. Bear in mind I know nothing about PXG, so I'm really just going from what's on the website, so forgive my ignorance on this. From what I can figure out from this model, it's carbon fiber crown. We'll give you some nice sort of overhead close-ups as we're talking to it. Very sort of stealthy look to it. It's a sort of a typical makeup of the modern driver. It's got the lower center of gravity. It's got the variable face technology on the actual club face itself. Variable face technologies to deal with off-center hits. If you catch one a bit heely, a bit toey, you kind of get away with it. Keeps the ball speeds up. This particular model is slightly heel biased for weighting, so it's got a bit of a draw bias to it. The head weight's adjustable. You'll see the little weights at the back, which you can take out and move around and add different weights in there. And the head weight will move anywhere from 195 grams to 217 grams. From what I couldn't find out on the internet, it was launched in June 2020, and originally this driver was going out recommended retail, I don't know if that's what they were getting sold for, was £550. This is straight off the PXG Europe website, pretty much just what I've seen there. Deeper CG location, weight back, promotes a mid-spin performance and increases the MOI. MOI is a buzzword in golf that's been around for a little while, meaning moment of inertia. Moment of inertia, resistance to twisting, basically, making it a little bit more stable. This I found quite interesting. This is straight off the PXG website. You can see at the moment they've got 3 different price points. This is not this driver. This is obviously, I think this one has come in to replace this one, if that makes sense. But look at the 3 price points here. The new Gen 4, which again know nothing about, $569. And then you've got a couple of models here, prototypes, 0811Xs, $390. And then they're going in with the 0811, 0211. A lot of numbers, isn't it? Maybe it might be, I don't know, who am I to say, but might be better off with names rather than numbers. £299. So they've got these 3 different price points, and PXG have always been known for sort of super premium prices. But hey, when you're going in at $299, that's going to open up the market for a lot of people, isn't it? So there we go. Next thing to do is to hit this little rascal. Now, it is fitted with a regular shaft, and it's fitted with an even flow Riptide counterbalance shaft, which is 50 grams. It's a 5-point flex in regular. This shaft's characteristics are, it's got quite a low kick point, so it is designed to sort of launch the ball fairly high, mid to high. It's got quite a lot of torque. It's a sort of sideways twist, so it's not designed for particularly high club speed. So, not bragging or anything, but my club speed with a driver is, I don't know, 95 to 105 miles an hour. So probably this shaft's a little bit soft, so I'm going to have to play around a little bit with club speeds. I will hit a couple flat out of it just to see. It's fitted with a Lamkin mid-size grip. Interesting that they've gone for the mid-size as the stock grip. It's adjustable. The loft can go down 1.5 degrees, up 1.5 degrees, and I believe with 1 degree increments in between. So it's got the adjustability. Let's hit it. Let's go. Right, let's give this PXG a hit. For those of you who don't know the story behind PXG, I don't know the full story, but the company was set up by a guy called Bob Parsons, who I believe is a very wealthy man, billionaire in the States, absolutely avid golfer, and decided several years ago he wanted to build his own golf company. And a rumor story goes, I don't know if these are true, that he kind of headhunted all the top designers and managers from Ping and TaylorMade and Callaway, and they all went to, several of them went to work for PXG. And I think when it was first launched, there were super premium prices that they were looking for. A lot of people in the golf industry said, this will never work. But I think it's been very successful. It's obviously quite a niche market at some of the prices that they charge. But, with this new driver coming in at $299, they're obviously looking to get more into the sort of, I wouldn't say, well, pretty much not entry level, but trying to attract more golfers to use their products. So yeah, interesting stuff. Obviously quite a big presence on tour. You see a lot of top players using PXG. So where am I? I've gone to Florida today, to Doral Resort, gone to the Blue Monster course, and I'm on the first hole, which is a 528-yard par 5. Doesn't look like the widest fairway in the world to me, but we'll do our best. From above, let's just give you a little overhead shot as the club sits behind the ball. Very, very stealthy looking. Love this sort of the carbon crown, the matte finish. Just got the X on top as the alignment mark. Love the shaft length, 45 inches. For me, that's the perfect length. More golfers should be using 45-inch drivers, in my opinion, rather than 45 3/4 or 46. You'll find the middle of the club much more often. You won't lose distance. So big fan of that. Okay, not sure what this club speed will be, but we'll give one a go. Oh, that felt fantastic. Love the sound off the club face here. It's quite a kind of dull sound. It's not too tingy and blingy in the ears there. Straight down the middle, that one's gone. Give you some numbers. Now remember, I'm sort of slightly, well, I'm not holding back here. I think it just goes to show, doesn't it? Although this is just a regular shaft and in theory it should be all over the shop, I kind of managed to control that club face. I got a club head speed there of about 103 miles an hour, 145 ball speed. Got a 239 carry, predicted run out of 274, depends on ground conditions. Spin, launching at 10.4. Remember, I'm a very low ball launcher. Backspin rate, no surprise here, is going to be quite high at 2,800 because of the flexibility in the shaft and the slightly low kick point popping the ball up. Pretty good strike there. Out the middle. Wonders will never cease, eh? So I'm going to try and do the tricky bit now and try and back off a little bit on club speed. Let's see if I can just dial this down sort of 10 miles an hour. This is where it all starts to go a little bit off course. I'm going to try and play for a little fade. Well, didn't get the fade. Might just hang on to the left edge of the fairway. It's done all right, actually. Done quite well. Should have pulled the club speed down there. Nearly got it to where I wanted. So if you're the sort of golfer who's swinging a driver at around about 95 miles an hour, these could be your numbers. I know it's not ideal, and people criticize when I try and slow the club speed down, saying, you know, you're not getting real numbers. It's about as good as I can do, really, just for a small experiment. 95 miles an hour club speed, 131 ball speed, 212 carry, predicted run out 254. Spin, that was a slight toey strike, which sometimes takes the backspin off. Backspin's dropped down to 2,300. Not bad. I tell you what, Charles, if you're watching, and I know you probably will be, for £250, you got yourself a bargain here, mate. This is a fantastic driver for the money. It really is. What am I going to do? Don't know. Just going to try and hit another easy one. Well, that was just a nice smooth swing, straight one, middle strike by the looks of it. Guessing carries about 215 at a guess, maybe 220. That's kind of split the difference on the club speed, that one. I think that was a 298 miles an hour, 135 ball speed, 219 carry, 254 total, centre strike. Wow. So, if you were lucky enough to pick one of these clubs up for £250, I think Charles said that was including delivery as well, which is a heck of a bargain, isn't it? Great driver. Would I have paid £550 for this when it first came out? No. And this is my only beef, I guess, with PXG. I don't see how their driver at £569, whatever it is, can be that much better than anything else on the market. You know, you look at this driver, it looks like its new equivalent's £299. How can a driver which is another £260 more be so much better? You compare a £560 driver to the latest Callaway, TaylorMade, Ping at $399. Again, can it be that much better? Can it be £150 better? I don't see how it can be. I'm not saying it isn't, because I've never hit it. And if anyone from PXG is watching this video, which I don't doubt you are, if you want to send me one to try, I'll most happily try and prove my theory wrong. Don't get me wrong, I'm not criticising the product. I think it's a great product. It's obviously very well built, very well constructed, very well designed. I just don't see how that top premium driver can be that much better than anything else on the market. But I'm always willing to be proven wrong. So, in the descriptions down below, anybody out there using the PXG driver, using the PXG equipment, love to hear from you. As I say, I'm fairly much a novice when it comes to PXG equipment. I don't know anything about it. I'd like to know more about it because it intrigues me. I've really enjoyed hitting it. Thanks, Charlie, for bringing it in. And look forward to seeing you all soon. That's it. I'm off. Bye for now.